Okay. Let's see. Let's see if everything is working. I hope so. Three streams already, and I still don't know if this is working properly, but I will get used to it someday. Okay, let's see. By the way, I have to point some things before I start. First of all, it is quite hot today, so I have my fan turned on right here. So I hope it not bothers too much on the recording. Second, okay, I need to tell you some things about the channel. So I will be speaking, and I hope I can do both things at the same time. Speaking and actually sculpting. So probably I will be stopping, I'm not able to do two things at the same time. And third, today's my birthday, so I shouldn't be here, but partying instead. But as promised, today is Tuesday, so I'm going streaming as promised because it's a must, and I must do it because I need to practice, and it is something that I promised you. So here I am, even if nobody's watching or nobody's there, but I have to be here. So with all that said, I think I will be just starting with the sculpture. Last stream session, we started blocking out the body for this Dragon Boy. So later on, I checked and I realized that we didn't add the wings or the ears. So there are some things that are still missing in his body. So first thing first, this is what I'm going to do at this moment, which is actually adding the wings and the ears. Also, I think that the little green guy that wanted to come told me that he wanted to be here. So I invited him and I put a little green guy there on the corner. I hope it's not bothering. And well, I hope it's working. I'm not sure, but it's a little goblin that it's accompanying us today. Okay, so let's start adding more details, no more detail, more primitives to our blocking. So let's start by, of course, our beloved round cube. And let's start working in it. There are some things that I want to mention during this live session regarding the channel and its future. No, it's not its future. It's about its content. Some things that I've been thinking about and I want to share with you. Okay, just let me take the tablet's pen. Oh, sorry. Just give me a second. Turns out that I unplugged the tablet, so I hope it's working now. I was working with the mouse. Okay, by the way, just another thing before I forget. The screencast keys, so you can see them. I will put them... I don't know. Center, left. No, there you won't see it. On the right. Okay. Better. No. Okay. Let's do something very quick. Okay. Let's put it on the left so you can see it. There. That's it. Our reference, and that's it. So let's start with our boy. By the way, if you join, please say hello. You know, you can make questions. So as I was telling you, I've been thinking about something this this past weekend, and it's about a new section for the channel. Okay, as you may know, or you may have noticed, the channel is structured in a way that resembles kind of a journey of a learning path or a learning journey. And that is so because I'm actually in an adventure, which is learning how to represent my characters in 3D and using new technologies. So at the moment, the channel is divided into two main sections, which are the stream sessions. That is, I'm currently doing them on Tuesdays, like today, and Thursdays, it's the time for the more elaborated video, okay? Like a project, something like that. So the idea here is to follow that path and add another section, okay? So the channel will be shaped in three main sections. The first one, which is the one we are right now, which I call the workshop. It's about, it's a free space, no judgment, no rush, just practicing, because this is what matters. Just this is something that really makes me or oblige me, or makes me actually practice. And that is very good for me because I need to practice daily on daily basis. But having these workshop sessions like today really helps on learning, on the learning process, even if sometimes talking and sculpting is not my best asset. But I try my best. Okay, this is the second, because he has like a pair of little ears here. Okay, so I'm going to add these two appendix or something like that. So as I was telling you, the workshop sessions like today on Tuesdays are mainly focused on just practicing for me, and so we can share together and we can chat, and we all can learn from each other. I learned from you, and you see how I practice and how I start this journey, or this way of doing things. The second section, which I will call the journal, are the videos that I post every Thursday. Those are more like like projects in which I actually choose a project. It can be derived from these sessions. For example, I block out these dragon on the workshop session, and then I go for it, and I try to finish it all completely on the project or the journal video. Okay, it's more like a time lapse and some explanations, or iterations between me and the things that I learn, and some practices, like the way I start learning something new to actually apply it on a project. And those are the videos that I post on Thursdays. Okay, this will be the part of the wing here. Okay, like the arm, like this part of the arm, and then we have the wings. So let me just add this appendix from here, I guess. So as I was telling you, the journal session will be about that, like projects that I actually start working, and I go from start to finish. This is the second part of the wing, and I call that section journal. And what I've been thinking about this weekend is to actually work on another section, the third one, and that is called Chronicles. On this section on Chronicles, it will be something quite special for me, because it's the reason or the root why I'm opening this channel on the first instance. That is because my main goal with this channel and learning how to sculpt in Blender or in any other 3D program, or how to render, or how to actually paint digitally, or whatever technique I learn is actually to represent my own inner world that I've been working on for more than 11 years already. And my story as an artist, not as an artist, but as a sculptor, um, making a living out of creating my own art dolls and selling them online, and creating, these creatures. It is actually the beginning of that journey came to me like 11 years ago, when I started um, my online shop, you know, and started making my own creatures and selling them online. As I mentioned before, I've been doing so in a traditional way, handmade, not using 3D or something like that, because I never actually dived into learning 3D. I was a little reluctant with that, and I kind of rejected learning 3D, and I've been doing so by doing everything manually, which have been great, and it's still really great. It is what I enjoy the most. But I learned that combining techniques really does a difference. Okay, it really helps on bringing your ideas to life. That is too big, I think. Let's see. Oops. No. Let's do it by parts. Okay, so the Chronicles. Oh my God. What's this? Ah, what's this? I just plugged the tablet, and I think it's not working properly. I guess I need to reboot the computer, but since I'm on the stream, I cannot do it. Okay, so let's back to it. So before I forget, so the thing is that on Saturdays I will publish new videos. I'm not sure whether every Saturday or one Saturday and one Saturday and then the next one. No, I don't know. I'm not sure about it, because I need to figure out how to organize everything. But the thing is that I will start developing my world building, my world. I mean, I will be sharing with you, let's see, I will be sharing with you my characters, my world, which have been growing since I started this journey 11 years ago. But for some reason, I could not compile everything together. You know, I have, I don't know, like 20 notebooks filled with sketches and languages and characters and maps, but I need to put everything together, and I will do that on the Chronicles section of this channel. And they will be released on Saturdays. Again, I'm not sure whether it will be every Saturday or just you know, I don't know the word in English, but let's see. So in that videos, the videos that are that will be into the Chronicles section will be more intimate. Like I will be sharing my world building, my stories, the legends, the creatures, how I start from sketch, and I will be telling you the myths, the legends, their secrets. From that place that is really special for me, and for some reason I kind of I don't know, like I lost contact with it, and I don't want that. I mean, this channel actually is born because of that, because I want um to recover that connection with this place. I invite you to come and watch the first video of Chronicles next Saturday, because there I will be explaining you about my story, why I entered this world of fantasy, and it's a strange world, by the way. You just I don't know if the chat is working. Just let me check something. I don't know if it's working. I think so. If you have any question, please just let me know. What I'm doing here is I'm blocking the fingers for the wings. So the idea with the Chronicles videos is to develop my characters and then use them to learn the techniques to bring them to life through different mediums like animation, like rendering, like, you know, um, I would love to see them into I don't know, like a like a game, video game or something. So I probably will sculpt them and then make them playable characters. I don't know. I'm just dreaming as how. Wow, that's unfortunately this week I couldn't sculpt much in 3D because I had some custom orders, some commissions, so I couldn't work on 3D. So I'm a bit as soon as I stop using Blender, I forget everything. Would you be so kind if anybody, if there's anybody there watching, would you be so kind saying hello or something to the chat so I can see if it's working? Because I'm not sure. Definitely the tablet is not working properly. I should have reboot the computer, but well, I will do. Okay, I always forget to move things with the edit mode. You better move things with the edit mode so that way you don't have to apply the scale, but I always forget it. Okay, just let's copy this. Probably this is too big, but I will adjust it later. Okay. Okay, I see that here he has like one finger, another finger, and then the membrane here. So the idea is to, probably this wing is too big, but yeah, too big, but I will adjust it later. Okay. Okay, so let's make everything a little smaller. Still too big, probably. Yeah, too big. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put this a little bit further from the shoulder because I need to add some volume here later on. So better just having more space there to add clay when we need it. All right, so let's probably make the membrane for the wing. And I don't know, I will add, I was thinking about doing it with a plane, but I think that I will just do it with the our famous round cube. Yeah. Just for the shape later on, I'll see if I probably with a plane would be easier, but This way I can simply adjust the shape of it. Sometimes the keyboard just fails and I do not take the order. Okay, I'm just putting this main brain like just to see the shape of it. And probably later I will use a better method to create it. But for now, as this is a blocking and I just want to see the general proportions. And here, as you can see, I need to separate these fingers. They are too close together. Yeah, definitely I need to separate the fingers from there. Should be let's see, something around there. Remember, this is just a blocking, so I'm not looking for perfect and detailed shape, just to I will use planes later to create the membrane, you know. That's it. Here, I don't like it, and it's because this finger should be a little longer, maybe. I know where is the problem. I know now. Okay, I just figured out. So, yes, this finger, this should be a little shorter, but there we go. Okay. Now better. Okay, better now. They should join, connect with the back here. Something like this with a little fold there on the membrane. Okay, that way. Let's see what we have to change here. I'm not sure, but these are horns? No, these are like, okay, it's AI, so the details are not very clear, but we'll figure it out. So this should be the ear or kind of a floppy membranes like that. Okay. So I'm going to add the fingernails as well. It has fingernails and the tail is bigger, thicker here. Like that. Kind of a comes from the back. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to turn it into a fingernail just to block it. I don't want specific or perfect shape, but just to block it later. I will start really working on it as soon as I add more geometry. But for now, let's just make a little supposedly fingernail. Let's just a little pointy. Something like that. Okay. Let's duplicate it. Make it smaller with S. Move it with G and place it where we need it. Remember, this is just a blocking, okay? No details at all. All right. So I really invite you to come and watch the Chronicles videos. Really, this is something really special, and I would really love to share it with you. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. Every Saturday. Well, not in, I don't know if every Saturday, but on Saturdays I will be posting them. Okay. Duplicate, Shift D, Shift D, and create a new one. Let's see. Let's put the origin to geometry so it rotates. That's it. Just trust the process. I know it's not looking good, but at the end, I'm pretty sure we will end up with something decent, at least. Remember that I'm learning, so this won't be perfect. And if at the end it is, just kudos to me. No, I'm joking. It's normal. I mean, you cannot get the best results at the very first time you do things. And for me, this is quite new, so I'm just trying my best to learn and to practice without expecting too much. I don't have much expectations, you know. Just flow with it. I would really like to know if the chat is actually working. Because it should be. Okay. We need to fix the hands later, but for the moment it will do. What else? What else? Ah, yeah, the feet fingernails. I'm going to just duplicate this. I'm not going to make a new one. As for scaling, look, I'm going to do something, and that is symmetrize. It's not. Let's see. Set origin to geometry. Okay, I know now what is happening. What's going on here? Because I rotated the whole thing. And that's why when trying to sculpt, it just kept going weird. Okay. Bigger, right? It's bigger, I think. It's like a little hook here, like more prominent here on the upper side, and a little hook. So let's do this. Make it a little wider. And let's place it smaller and rotate it. Okay. Let's move the finger so it wraps the fingernail. Like it comes from within the flesh. I'm not sure about the feet. I think they should be thicker, but Shift D. Rotate. G for moving. Rotate again. G for moving. Here should be a little bit smaller. G on X. And now let's move the flesh around as well. Okay. No, definitely the feet are thicker. The feet are thicker here. You see here, like it's more prominent, but let's keep adding this, and later on I will adjust all the volumes, you know. Scale, scale, scale just in case, scale. Okay, I'm going to again duplicate this, Shift D, but Shift D and right click, and then move GX. So I move it on this axis. Now GY, and I bring it to the front. GY, and I rotate it with R, just like this. So it comes in the same height than the other one. Still not happy with the feet, huh? But let's fix it. Okay, the feet are not right. I don't see them right because they are much thicker. So I'm going to elevate this part here to make it larger. And now with Alt Q, I select each object. Okay. They are more inflated, like very inflated. So I'm going to try to keep that. Oops. I know that when we remesh later on, this separation will be just mixed together and we may have problems. That's why I don't want to make it too big or too thick, because I need them to have some space between them, so when we remesh it, we can actually have that separation. We will inflate it later, because I don't want to go too thick right now. But I think the feet inclination looks better now. Looks better than before, at least. Okay. Okay. For the hands, I know they are thicker, but same with the feet. I don't want them to be too thick right now, because later we have to remesh it and we may end up having issues with the separation, you know. I want to leave like this for the knuckles. These bumps for the knuckles. And the hands should be kind of a rounded, like arched shaped, you know. It's not flat. It's not like a flat, you know. Look, I'm not sure whether I can do this, but I never did it before. But D, Control D, no. Alt D, no. How was it? The other day I just watched a tutorial and they were using grease pencil. I think is, well, I will use this. Okay, what I mean is, we don't want this shape. We need something like this, okay? So instead of placing the fingers here, we have to place them following an arch, like a more rounded shape. Okay. So now we have these, actually this is really helpful. With a pencil, I can show you here. Okay, so we need this horn. We need to make this horn, and like we need to visualize here. Like the mouth comes right back to the ears directly. Okay, like this. And here we should have the nose, like some bumps here. I have a problem now, and it's that I don't know how to erase this, but I will just Control Z and hope. No. Let's see if I can erase it. No. Okay, I need to take this off. How in the world I erased? No. No idea. No idea. Whatever. Well, next time I need to learn how to do that. How is it possible that eraser here? Don't do it like me, guys. Just learn how to do it. I will check it out. But in case you have this problem, just push, yeah, just press here, and you have the annotate and annotate eraser. Okay, this is so fun. I mean, okay, so let's add a little more geometry here by remeshing. If you go to sculpt mode and you press R, you can here add more, I don't know, like this maybe, and Control R, and you add, this is too much probably, so I will just, no, because I don't want to go that detailed yet. No, look. Look. Let's see. No, come on. Okay, better. Pure ref. Okay, I just want to add a very rough shape, you know? Okay, I'm just checking, and the nose is too large. It is more, oops. Okay. With the draw sharp. Okay, I'm just trying to visualize the general shape of it. Is there a way I can check whether the chat is actually working? Is it working? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I don't know what is this. I don't know. I hope it's working. Because I see here that it's transmitting, streaming, but I don't know. It's like all right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I need to make the ears smaller. A little smaller. Yeah, much smaller. Like that. Okay. Okay, so I think that we should just give the last tweaks to the general shape, so we can start adding a little more detail, like the chest. Let me see, because I see that the wing is a little too big, like that. Like the proportion for the, like this, like, I think it's better now. Probably should be. Okay. Okay. Let me just check the general shape. Yeah, the arms are too long, so we need to shorten them. Probably these. Because they should come right here to the middle of the leg. Thigh, of the thigh, yeah. Should be like this. Maybe this a little bit stronger. Okay. Okay, let's add two. No, just let me check. A clear mask. Always always press the mask. Okay, let's add another UV sphere. And So we can have the eyeballs. We add a modifier like generate. We can go multi-resolution or subdivision. I just go subdivision and add a couple of levels of subdivision. And his eyes are not big. Let's go just like that. Probably. Okay, add a modifier, a mirror modifier, and let's pick up the head. So that way we can see it on symmetry, and here the same. I'm going to generate, generate another mirror and pick up the, it's simply because this way I can see it in symmetry and I can see it better and work better. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like the front view. Should be more like this, probably. Okay, so let's add more resolution. So let's go to sculpt mode. Let me just check one thing. No, scale. And let's add a little bit more resolution, like this should be fine. And with shift, pressing shift, I go smoothing the whole thing. Okay, probably it's not the best workflow, as you know, as I told you many times, I'm learning, so. Okay, you see here we need more volume. This is completely awkward and looks really weird. So more volume is wider, you see. His mandible, his chin. It's like that. And we need to okay, so now we have this, and but no, by here, let me just erase this. By here on the eye, let's put it like this. Here on the eye, he has this shape, okay? So it comes from here, from the lacrimal, from here and diagonal, and here we have this shape. So I need to go right back from here. This is not definitive, okay? We will change it. But in general shape, in general terms, we need to get the idea of I'm adding a little bit more clay here as well. here, of course. Still not liking the front view. Should be narrower. And this higher. This part here is like higher, like here. Also, the eyes are too big, so I'm going to make them smaller. And now let's just like this. Oops. Okay, don't worry, we don't have, I mean, we are not looking for too many detail, just the general shape. And that's why it's better to just get the correct shapes on the beginning. Okay, the eyes come a little up here, and there is probably more distance from here. Also here, let me add these bumps for the nose and for the horn. Just add a little bit. Like that. Okay, there is no jump from here. It comes all in one line. Okay, like, I mean, there is no jump here. Like, whoops, we go this way and whoops, we flop and then we jump. No, there's no jump, and here should be rounder. Okay, and we have the nose, which probably, okay, here I don't see a very long distance between the eyebrows and the actual nose, so I'm going to add a little more. Okay, and here a little more. Okay. Let's see. I'm still not happy with the position of the eyes. Oops, not that. I'm still not happy. The nose is quite big. I mean, it comes from the holes for the nose, I mean, like they are deep and coming from here maybe. And here we have like a little uh you know, shape there, like a triangular shape, but it comes like following this arch here. So it's not, it's more like a continuous shape like that, and probably like that. Yeah, I here I can guess that the upper part of the mouth would be wider than the lower one. So I'm going to take this, or to push or pull this part of the face. Okay. Here there's a big distance between the horns and, let me see, let's change them so they come from here, and we should bring these to the front, because here I can see that there are some scales, or I don't know if it's part of the horn or it's like scales, but we will figure it out later. What I know is that these scales come right to the horn. And also here there are some things coming out of the, these are scales, I guess. The problem with the AI, some AI pictures, I guess this is an old one, because the new ones have a lot more resolution. But I just found it and thought it was cool to try to make a character based on that. So let's just flow with the rhythm. Okay, let's see. Comes from here. I don't understand much the concept here, but also I guess this shape here, it's like, it tells me more about some very pointy edge, which I'm not sure about, but we can see if it works. Not sure about that, but anyways. Okay. Let's see. What really matters here, or at least for me, is to actually focus on the distances, the volumes, and the shapes. And that's what really makes a difference when you try to make a character. Even if we are not copying completely, I want it to be very based on this character. It comes from here, so it should come up here. He has like a gentle but firm look. I mean, he looks like a good guy, but heroic or firm character. And when you're working on a character, that is really important to actually feel or know the character's personality. Okay. So from here, and then the neck should connect to these. We don't have to do like a very straight cut. I mean, like a very like very short. I mean, like a very hard change. You know, like there is a subtle. Let's see, like a subtle and continuous shape. But later on, when we joined everything, when we put everything together, the whole body together, we can sculpt it better. But now I want to actually to just try to make the shape in the correct way. Okay. I know there are a lot of scales there, but in the back and everything, but that I will add them later on. All right. What time is it? 1 hour and a half already. Okay, just 5 minutes more, and I think I will leave it here. Still don't know if the chat is working. Sorry about that. If you made any question or whatever, I'm sorry I cannot see it for some reason. I promised that next time I will study how the chat and how the transmission works. I'm very new to this. Sorry, guys. I really apologize for that. But along I'm learning Blender, I'm also learning about YouTube and okay. Looks better now. Looks better. Still we need more resolution in order to get a better shape for the eyes, but for the eyelids. And yeah, I mean, okay. Still here, you see, I'm just realized that, look, here you see the distance between the horn and the nose and the mouth. Here is too big. It's too big. So I need to shorten that by pulling here. Probably I will add a little more volume here. Okay. By the way, I will keep working on this guy this week, and I will record the whole session. I mean, the whole process until it's finished, at least sculpted, because I don't know if I will be able to, make a render and all the stuff. I still need to learn how to render many things and to actually paint it, because I use the vertex paint, but I know that it's not it's not the way, you know. But in general terms, not looking that bad. I need to tweak it and to work much more in it. Let's see, because I think that the face, it's a little too big. Yeah, better that way. Okay. So as I was telling you, this week I will keep working on this guy. I will finish the project as much as I can. I will try to learn how to texture. I will try to record everything, and you will see the whole video on Thursday afternoon. After that, on Saturday, we have the new section of the channel called Chronicles. As I mentioned, when I started this streaming, so there you will find the world building videos of my channel. It's a new section, and I really hope that you like it and enjoy it. If you liked what you see, I mean, I'm learning, of course, and this is a streaming session, so I'm sorry because I'm a little, still not very fluent, both in English and both with a program with Blender. So my apologies for being a little slow, but I think it's been useful for you, and of course it's been for me. Out of this blocking, let me just do something very quickly, and it's actually making these a little shorter. That's it. Much better now. So as I was telling you, thank you very much for being there, for watching. If you made any question and I've not been able to see it, please forgive me. Next time I will try to understand better how YouTube works and how the chat interaction works. Definitely. So thank you very much for watching. See you next Tuesday at the same hour at 7 p.m. and also on Thursday with a new video making this character. And also on Saturday, you will have the new section Chronicles first video. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. And bye bye. Thank you for everything.